744 Apple, take 6. Action.
For director Tim Burton, part of the appeal of making Sleepy Hollow was the opportunity to reunite with Johnny Depp, his leading man from Edward Scissorhands and Ed Wood.
This is the third time I've worked with him, and each time it's different, and I just enjoy his wanting to always do something different.
In playing Ichabod, Johnny Depp was inspired by films and actors of the past.
I used to watch all kinds of horror films when I was a little kid. I loved them. I was obsessed with them. And I wanted to recreate that classic style of horror film acting.
Peter Vincent, ready to do battle with the undead.
I kind of loosely based the character of Ichabod on a couple of different people. One was a good friend of mine, someone I admire very much as an actor, a guy named Roddy McDowall.
Back, spawn of Satan!
So, in a way, this is sort of a salute to Roddy. And Basil Rathbone is kind of a great inspiration for the character. I always loved those Sherlock Holmes films.
Moriarty is as curious about my movements as I am about his.
We must proceed by a process of elimination. I shall make a list of every man and woman in Sleepy Hollow.
To bring Sleepy Hollow to life, Tim Burton also took inspiration from the past, the horror films produced by the Hammer Studios.
I think most people think of horror as something horrible. And those Hammer films, they made horror movies beautifully. And I think that that's what I've always liked about them. They were both lurid and beautiful at the same time, which is an exciting mix.
Can I have a paintbrush, too?
I think Tim, first and foremost, is an artist. He has an artist's approach to every facet of the film. Everything within the frame is of great importance to him. The composition of the shot, the colors, the movement.
Tim is so incredibly visual. His movies are just really beautiful, but strange.
To create the mysterious world of Sleepy Hollow, Burton and his crew traveled to England where they found the perfect backdrop for the story. Over a 3-month period, the entire village was built from the ground up.
One of the things that we were trying to do was inspire a sense of apprehension in the architecture of the place, that there is something wrong here, that there's a sense of foreboding and fear.
It's very magical, and it's wonderful looking. Everything about it is just really, really medieval.
It was something that was very true to the period. At the same time, kind of fairy tale-like or made up. Exactly sort of what you would imagine a Tim Burton village would be. Beautiful. I wanted to live there.
The centerpiece of the set was the windmill.
My only image of windmills is like from the original Frankenstein, in the sense where it's somewhat symbolic of your mind somehow. I'm not quite sure how or why, but maybe it's just sort of the aimlessly spinning quality that represents my mind.
There isn't any windmill that looks like our windmill. The sails are just pure Tim Burton bat wings. There's a wonderful kind of shattered, abandoned mill feel to it, and I love the way it looks.
Towering over 5 stories high, the windmill set was too tall to fit on any soundstage, so it was constructed outdoors.
We had to build this from scratch. The blades are about 1 ton each, so the whole thing, you're probably looking at about 4 or 5 tons. And the blades are controlled by a hydraulic motor, which we can operate from offset.
Let's start rotation, please. Start rotation. Be ready? Great. Rolling. Chris.
2, take 1. A and B cameras come on mark.
And action!
And it is the actors themselves who you see riding on the sails.
I don't have a great amount of experience with action, so for me it's fun, you know. It's a lot easier than learning your lines, I guess.
Remember these scenes? In fact, no actors were sacrificed in the making of the movie. Instead, filmmakers used the latest special effects and makeup techniques.
All the heads are silicone painted.